Adversity can make you appreciate prosperity. In 2020, area high school athletes had complete seasons canceled because of COVID-19. For Ayanna Rogers, the disappointment of not playing her senior season pales in comparison to almost not being able to play at all. For nearly a decade, the Highland Springs girls basketball team has come close to winning multiple state championships. In 2020, the Lady Springers won that elusive first state title in school history, led by 8 seniors, including one whose journey to be on the court was as challenging as someone trying to score against her.
She is that athlete that will not take the answer of no.
Ayanna Rogers was a cornerstone piece of head coach Franklin Harris's Highland Springs team that was on a collision course to meet Prince Azan in the Class 5 state final. That was until their season was canceled because of COVID-19.
For me, at least, I knew it was a little, upsetting.
It was actually the most brutal thing that I've had to tell anybody.
The pandemic closed Ayanna's high school basketball career, one that almost ended before even playing one varsity game.
I was in the bed and days would go by and I just was really, sad.
You get a little bit scared, but for the most part, you have to be strong for your kids.
During an AAU tournament prior to her 7th grade year, Ayanna suffered a torn ACL.
And I was playing on it for about 2 to 3 weeks. We went back to the doctor and they actually found out I tore my ACL.
After several follow-up visits, Ayanna and her family received more serious news.
And they took an x-ray of my back and they realized that my spine curvature had increased maybe about 20 to 30 degrees in about a month. And the way that my body worked, it started to curve. And then they realized it was pressing on my heart. So they were like, you have to get the spinal fusion surgery first and then the ACL surgery.
I went and researched the surgery and did a YouTube video on what it was like. And so when I seen it, I didn't want to get her upset in any way, but I was a little upset.
After a grueling rehabilitation, Ayanna was back on the court for her 8th grade season, even made the Highland Springs varsity team as a freshman. Then, disaster struck again.
My ACL tore the summer of my 9th going into 10th grade year.
Ayanna worked her way back to play a handful of games at the end of her sophomore season. When she returned for her junior year, it was as if she was never injured.
Most people that have been through the surgeries, they kind of show their surgery, but you never saw it with her.
The exercises that I do, they work on agility and quickness off the ground. And that's something I really take pride in.
Ayanna averaged nearly 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks during Highland Springs state championship season, in which she was named first team All-State.
Meditation and mental strength is what really, really helped.
Ayanna's strong season drew interest from several in-state programs, but her dream was to attend an Ivy League school. That became a reality when she signed to play at Penn University.
I had this idea in mind of how I was going to go, but then when I went to Penn, I was like, this is for me.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought she would always achieve whatever she wants to achieve. Whatever Ayanna sets her mind to, she does it.
With no senior season to prepare her for college basketball, Ayanna worked out almost daily and actually took up another sport, volleyball, which, to no surprise, she has excelled in.
Always wanted to play, but I never had the opportunity because, with basketball in school, it's back to back to back.
Sports has taught her a whole lot. Surgeries, overcoming those adversities has taught her a lot.
You're not gonna tell me I can't do something. I'm gonna go get it if I want it. And that's a guaranteed fact, I know that.
And if you'd like to nominate someone to be profiled at Beyond the Roster, email us at beyondtheroster@wtvr.com. We'll be right back.